Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and today we're heading off for the last of the three races for the menu book and number 49, the X2019 Nations Cup. We're heading off to Interlagos for probably one of the hardest races that I've been doing in a long time. And this is time to get the elephant out of the room because we're not going to get first place in this video. If you want to get first place, my recommendation would be just to give in to temptation and go with either the easy or the normal difficulty, unless you can consistently get 117s or low 117s or even 116 laps. As a B-rated racer, that isn't something that I can do, but in this video we are going to do this on the hard settings, and I will show you how I managed to get second place, but we're still a good number of seconds off of a very fast charging first place racer. So we're going to use the soft racing tyres. I've got the suspension set up accordingly. So 45, 55, 5 and 5, 30 and 30, 40 and 35. Natural frequency is 5 and 5.5. The camber angle 0.5 and 1. The initial torque at 30. Well, you can see the values on the screen there. The output adjustment is 100. Oh, the downforcer did change to 1000 and 1300. The output is 100. Ballast 0. Power restrictor 100. And I set the top speed to 330 as well. Otherwise, the car is pretty much standard. And these are the parameters that were working best for me. You may well need to tweak them more yourself, but that is what I did to manage to get second. Will I aim to get gold? Yes, I definitely will. Will I do that on the easy or the normal settings? Probably. At some point when I'm better, I will probably come back and do this on hard just for self-satisfaction. But for the moment, I think just to get through the game, if you are not able to do a 116, 117 consistently over the 12 laps, just give in and do it on one of the easier settings. I'm pretty sure if you follow this video, you're going to be able to do it pretty easily on the normal settings and very easily on the easy settings. So I've gone for traction control 2 just because over the course of the 12 laps, traction control on 0 or 1 was just catching me out occasionally. Just having on 2 would occasionally catch a slide and enable me to keep running. I've got my brake balance full to the front so that it takes some of the pressure off of the rear tyres. And the other thing I'm trying to do here is not spin up the rear tyres all of the time. So trying to make the best of these racing soft tyres throughout the lap. We're also on power level 1 for this one. There's no need to worry about fuel. We've got loads of fuel to get to the end of the lap. So as we come up to finish lap number 1, already we're still only in 11th place and we are still a massive 12.5 seconds off of the leader. So we need to be lapping a full second or more faster than the leader. The other thing I wouldn't worry about in this particular race is bashing into the AI. You've just got to get through these cars as soon as possible, and if that means throwing it up in the inside with a dive bomb, so be it. You're just going to have to really go for it. It's crazy in my mind that the leader is so far ahead and so quick. Unless you are an A or an A plus racer, you are going to struggle with this one. It's all about putting 12 consistent laps together, one after the other, after the other, after the other. You've got to hit every single apex. You've got to get the power down cleanly after every single corner. You've got to use a slipstream through every single lap that you have it available to you. And you've got to get past these cars. It is just really, really hard. So with all of that out of the way, how do I go about doing a lap? Well, as we come up to start a new lap, I'll try and talk you through this one. It's going to be pretty quick. So I'm looking for the 100-meter board and just getting it slowed down there to second gear, up into third as soon as you hit the apex so that you don't spin the back end of the car. and then up in the fourth, and all the way through the gears here, hugging the inside to try and get up the inside of these cars. I'm on the left hand side of this one just because I need to see the braking point, which again I think was around about the 150-ish mark on that one. It does change throughout the race, especially as the tyres begin to wear. On this one I'm braking around about the 50, hard on the brakes, fourth gear all the way through there, just being brave, using the downforce of this car. Third gear through here, try and run over the curb if you can, and then keep it tight through this one in third, on the power as soon as you can, watching for the black marks in the road, again slowing it down. I've gone a bit wide on that one. You can take a lot of the inside of the curb to save yourself some time. And then up into fourth so that you don't slide too much on this one. Between the curb and the 50-meter board on that one, and down into third, and then power up the hill through the gears, hugging the inside here, and then just cutting across this line here to go to the end of the lap. And that was a 1:17.3, and we need to do that every single lap to try and get gold in this particular race. And for the want of trying, I spent about 2 hours on this, trying to keep that level of consistency up over the full course of this race. I found to be extremely difficult, and to not make a mistake, to hit every apex, etc., is really, really hard. So as I said again, if you're an A or an A plus racer, you'll probably do this no problem with your strategy. If you are a B racer, then you really need to be looking at these mid 117s to try and get onto the back of the first place runner, and then slipstreaming through the last lap to get a win. This is a very quick car. Using the downforce is something that does take some getting used to, and you really can throw it through the corners, but you've still got to be careful about getting the power down. You saw on the exit of that corner that the car went very, very sideways. That has caused me to fall well back from the car that I was slipstreaming up front. I'd have liked to have been able to overtake that car going up the hill, and unfortunately that's not happened, and now I've got to work on getting onto the back of the car. So just trying to get the power down too quickly can cause you massive amount of time on this. We've dropped to 118.5 now, which is not quick enough. A 118.5 is not going to get you into the lead on the last lap of this particular race. So really at this point I needed to back out of this one and try again, and that is the pain of doing this race. One difficult lap can mess it up for you, and invariably I got to the point where my lap times were dropping off a little bit too much as the tyre wear came down. You can see there I'm trying to cut the corners as much as I can, all four wheels on the grass there. This is not a tidy, clean race. We are going to be bashing the AI, and we've got one or two issues that are going on. Thankfully, track limits don't seem to be an issue here too much. Just don't go too wide there, otherwise you're going to be into the wall. And at the moment, I've got a big gap to the cars in front, so I'm not even getting the benefit of slipstream at this point. The nearest car to me is a cool 5.5 seconds down the road, and we're still 8.5 seconds to the front runner. So I do think that I can do this gold on the hard settings. It is just going to take me some time, and to be quite honest, this is just a game. This one does give me the menu book stamp, and really, do I want to spend another 2 hours trying to get gold on hard just for the satisfaction? There's too many other things I need to do. I found this morning that there are 2 additional X2019 races that I need to do. Are they going to be as difficult as this one? I don't know. Plus I've still got the Bathurst GR3 race to do, so plenty more to do, and I'll probably come back to this one a little bit later. So as you can see, we've been pushing, we're back in the 117s now, but only a 117.9, for lap number 5, and the leader is still 7.5 seconds ahead. So we now need to be doing well under a second a lap faster than the fastest racer at this point. So again, now I've got to really start pushing on. That last one was a 1:18.3. Again, it's not quick enough. We really need to be pushing on more. And yes, those of you that are good at this game and you're good racing drivers will be saying, oh, we could find a 10th here and a 10th there and a couple of tenths here and a couple of tenths there. Again, I've gone a little bit wrong on that particular corner now, purely because I am trying to push so hard. But those of you that know what you're doing will be saying, okay, we can find a bit here and a bit there. That is something that I need to work on to get this done on the hard settings. But my channel is aimed at people that are new to the game, and a lot of us are just B and C rated racers that watch my channel. And for you guys, I'm really sorry, but my advice to get gold would be to swallow your pride and drop down to either the easy or the normal, get the gold and move on this one, because trying to get gold on normal, on hard, is very, very frustrating, and for me, very, very time consuming. And there are 1,000 better things I could be doing with my time. Again, there you can see, now that the tyres are around about half worn, you can see how the back of that car is moving around. Maybe I need to move the brake balance back a little bit, just to maybe give it a little bit more traction on the rear through some of these corners. But again, you'll see that the tyres are already halfway worn, and we're a little over halfway through the race. So I do think that having the brake balance forwards is going to help. You can see as the car is moving around now, I've gone to traction control 3. Now unfortunately, that is going to slow the car down a little bit, but I just felt at this point that the back of the car was moving around far too much, and I was concerned I was going to spin. And the fact that I was putting in at 1.117, I was still hopeful that we might be able to get a win in this particular race, especially if any of the cars needed to pit or their tyres also went off. Unfortunately, as you're going to see, neither of those things happened. The AI do not pit during this race, and I'll tell you now, I reckon that those cars are running on completely bald tyres at full speed at the end, and I don't know how they do it. We've now just done a 1:20.2. At that point, this race is lost. There is no way that I am going to be able to catch up with the leaders. We've only got a few laps to run, and I am now back out to nearly 10 seconds behind the leader. And the harder I try and push to close that gap, the more little mistakes I'm making, the more I'm losing a tenth or two here and there. So with this one, we are going to settle for second place on the hard settings. I've put this video out because, well, for a number of reasons. One, it will be a reminder of how I did and the fact that I can at some point get gold on hard. Also, a reminder that this is just a game, and we'll just drop down to normal to get the gold and move on. And secondly, as a reminder of my tactics on how I did this. And it's just really a video for me documenting my journey playing this particular game. Hopefully one or two of you will pick out some bits and pieces from this video, and it will help you to get gold, maybe even on hard. If it does, please leave me a comment below. I would be really interested to know whether it is helping at all. Also, if I've got my strategy wrong, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to look at that, try different strategies, and if necessary, rerun this. You can see there, just catching the side of that car on the way through there, just because we need to push on. We're on lap number 10 at the moment of 12. So at the end of this one, we've just got 2 laps, and we're in third place at the moment, but still 8 seconds behind the leader. We are closing in on Maiazono in second, so at this point I'm really pushing hard and trying to get that second place. But look how far ahead the leader is. Just look at the map on the top right. It is insane how far ahead the AI is at this point. That car has to have been pushing every single corner, even if it is on soft tyres. Its tyres must be gone. I tried this on the medium and the hard tyres. It's a no-go. You've got to do this on soft tyres to be able to stay with the other cars and get through it. I have made a few mistakes. Those mistakes would probably have managed to get me on the back of the first place car, but I think that you've got to have 12 perfect laps to get this done. So it was approaching Maiazono. I'm going to got the inside through here. Again, just a bit of a bash through there because I wanted to make sure that that was done. Totally unfair, but at this point I'm thinking this whole race is a bit unfair, and we're just absolutely going for it. Third gear through here. Again, just still using traction control 3, but you can see that the back of the car is still moving around. Midway between the corner and the 50, down to second just to get it slowed down, up into third as quick as we can. We go up the hill to start the final lap. The first place runner is now still a cool 7.5 seconds ahead of us. There is absolutely no way that we're going to be able to make 7.5 seconds in one lap. So the 117s really need to be where we're at for every single lap. I think if you can do a low 117, or even better still, a 116, go for it on hard, have the satisfaction of getting gold on hard, but otherwise I'm going to drop back to normal just to get the gold trophy on this particular one. If I ever do this on hard to get the gold, then I will do another video of that just to show it being done. But for now, this is how I managed to get silver at Interlagos in this amazing Red Bull X2019. We've got 2 more of these X2019 races to do. I'm hoping they're not going to be as difficult as this one, but I am going to crack on with those whilst I have got the feel for this car. I want to get all 5 of these races done and out of the way. The first 2 were very easy to do. This one really, really hard. So we come across the line, I think we'll see in a moment, about 7 seconds away from the leader, which is a huge amount of time to make up. Just under 1 second per lap, actually 8 seconds behind. So we need to be well over a second a lap faster across the whole of that race. So I did get a driving marathon certificate. I did get my 3 stamps, which was great. So we can go away and get our reward for doing this particular race. But that is how I managed to get second place in this particular race. As I said, very, very difficult. My advice to you, if you were a B or a C racer or even lower, is swallow your pride, go for either normal or easy settings, and just get this one ticked off. Just get it done and move on. The satisfaction and the kudos of doing this on hard, it's just not really worth it in my mind. I would much rather get this done and then just get back into the daily races, which are a lot more fun. Right, so let's head off and see what prize we get for our patience and time in this particular race. So I'm just going to save the replay on the way out, just so I can analyse that more and just see where I can find some additional time. We'll then exit out of there, and then we will come out of here. So you can see there we've got second place. Just come out to the cafe. And we get a congratulations from Luca. He's got a present for us. Be sure to pop by and pick it up. It's a 6-star roulette ticket, and I'll tell you now, if that's going to be parts, I'm going to be really, 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 really angry. But there we go. So we've got 2 tickets. We've got the daily marathon ticket to pick up. We'll probably grab that one first of all. So let's just dive in there and grab this. This could be an absolute lottery. Okay, so we're probably going to go with the parts or the Aston Martin. No, I've bought all of the cars. I really don't need any more invitations. Why does this game not remove the invitations when you've got all of the cars? I don't know. So this is a 6-star ticket. That looks a little bit better. There's some nice gold there. We'll probably get the smaller amount, but no, we actually come in with a brand new car. This is the Peugeot VGT, which of course we will have already bought, but we can pop in to the used car market and sell that to get some useful credits, or we might just keep it for a second car, just in case we want to do an engine swap or something. So anyway, I hope that you found this video useful. I'm really sorry that it isn't gold on this particular occasion, but I did want to put the hard setting race up there, which was second, to show you how that was done. I hope you found it useful. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're back for more, thank you ever so much for continuing to support my channel. In the meantime, I'll see you on another X2019 race coming very soon. For now, take care. Bye-bye.